Hello, Libra. Welcome to Intuitive Gems. My name is Desiree, and I will be doing your money, wealth, finance, prosperity, and abundance reading for the month of November 2021. If this is your first time catching one of my readings, I do want to say welcome, and I invite you to subscribe because I do these readings each and every month, and I would love to share your money message with you. For the readings this month, I will be using my Morgan Greer Tarot. I will clarify with my Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot. And then I will close out your reading, Libra, with a Secret Language of Color Oracle card. I do want to say thank you all so much for the feedback about the checklist that I mentioned last month about the 6 things you need to have in order to quit your job, before you go into business full time for yourself. Excuse me, if you are interested in getting a free copy of that checklist, I will have it linked in the description down below. Also, I'm excited to announce that I have launched my first online course, which is how to start and grow your tarot YouTube channel. I have had so many of you ask me about this over the past year, and the course is now live. If you are interested in learning more about that, I will also have that linked down in the description. All right, Libra, let's go ahead and get right into your reading. I do want to say, too, that I'm using a new microphone. So if you see, if you see the cord kind of floating around here, I do apologize in advance. But I'm trying to make the sound a little bit better on these videos, and I'm trying to figure out something that works. But anyways, because I did notice the cord kind of show up in some of the other readings. So I'm doing my best, but hopefully it won't be too distracting. All right, so what else do we need to know for the sign of Libra as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of November 2021? All right, so you're going to be doing your own thing. That's what I can see right off the bat, Libra. However, not everybody's going to be on board, and not everybody is going to understand why. But you're going to be doing your own thing as it relates to your money and to your work. That's what the Hierophant is all about. Sometimes the Hierophant talks about creating your own rules, doing things your own way, even though it may go against the grain or it may go against the common knowledge of how people think something should be done. The thing is when we're talking about money and finances, this can actually work out in your favor, to your advantage in a very big way. The problem is that a lot of times, because people don't understand what you're doing, you're probably going to have to do something on your own, or people just aren't going to be supportive. And so you're going to be doing all of the work by yourself, for yourself, because people don't want to help, because they don't understand your vision. So I say all this to say that as we move into November, Libra, you're going to have your own ideas and your own thought process of how you should increase your money, how you should expand your wealth, how you should advance in your career. And it may be something totally unfamiliar to the people around you, and so they're not going to understand, and so they can't be supportive because they just don't get it. So I don't want you to feel like maybe you're doing something wrong just because of that reaction from other people. But the thing is you're going to have to know and realize that you're probably doing something that people just don't get, and they can't see the long-term results that you're trying to create. So, the thing is like sometimes you have to be a little out there in order to create that big money that you're after. You can't play small, right? And so sometimes when you play big, other people are threatened by that, especially when it comes to finances, when it comes to success, when it comes to, attracting a lot of attention because, of what you're doing and who you are. So I think this is actually going to be very exciting, Libra. The thing is like I said, the people closest to you aren't going to get it. But we do have the Four of Wands here. The Four of Wands is a card of stability, is a card of unionship. So even though people around you aren't going to get it, it looks like you will eventually network and connect with people who do understand what you're trying to do, and you probably will work with them in some way. We also have the Seven of Pentacles. Now, the Seven of Pentacles means you're going to be very, very busy. You're going to be working a lot. And I think I already mentioned that. It's because you just don't have people who believe in what you do or people who understand what you do. So as long as you're okay that you're probably going to be pulling most of the weight yourself, I think you're going to be just fine. As a matter of fact, I think you're going to be better than fine. Next, we have the Five of Pentacles in the reverse. That's a great card to see in the reverse because it means you are no longer limited by lack, poverty mindset. It means that you have a money mindset that is growing, that is increasing. You are expanding your consciousness as it relates to wealth. You are reprogramming yourself for wealth and for success. This is something that doesn't happen overnight, obviously, but it's something that does happen over time. And it looks like you're well on your way to shifting your mind about what exactly is possible for you. Finally, we have the Six of Cups in the reverse. That is a connection with someone or something from your past. And it may not necessarily materialize or come together in the way that you thought. I'm not saying it's going to be a bad experience, but maybe someone, maybe they cancel when they make plans, or maybe someone from your past shows up and then you are excited about it, but then you realize, I don't know if this is really the right, fit for what I'm trying to do at this stage in my life. But it does look like something shows up from your past, and like I said, I feel like you're going to be excited about it at first, but then you realize it's just not a match. Now, it could be an ex, it could be an old colleague, could be someone from, from your college days or school, like, I don't know, but, it's probably not going to be a match because you're on a totally different track than this other person. All right, Libra, let's see what else shows up for you as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of November 2021. Wow. Now, this is really good. By the time we get to the second week of November, Libra, you've got some really good news. Good news for work and an offer coming. Now, this could be a work-related offer, but this could also be an offer in your personal life too. I don't know, but it's definitely something good. And you've got two. So that's very powerful. But let's start with the Justice card. The Justice card talks about a decision being made in your favor. I've been seeing this a lot with people asking questions about their future as it relates to their careers. And I don't know if some of you are going to pick up what I'm talking about as it relates to this, but there's a lot of people having to make a choice with a certain thing in order to keep their jobs. People who work for the airline kind of had to go through with this. And so I think you kind of know what I'm hinting at here. The thing is the Justice card is telling me that decisions are going to be made in the favor of the people. Now, I'm not saying that everything's going to be perfect, but I do sense that with this card here, there's some of you struggling with that, right? There's some of you struggling with whether or not to participate in something you may not want to participate in. So it looks like there's going to be some decisions made in your favor in some way, depending on what state you live in, depending on maybe what country you live in. The thing is you're going to be okay. I want to say that because even if your job is requiring something, you're going to be in a position to where either they will make a decision in your favor or you will have the opportunity to do something else that does work better for you. Okay, so I hope you guys are reading between the lines here with what I'm saying because I can't say the specifics of it. But I also see the Knight of Rods. Now, the Knight of Rods is assistance as it relates to your work, as it relates to your career or your job. So decisions being made in your favor, support and assistance as it relates to your work, or however it is you're bringing in money, whether you're a student, whether you're retired, whatever you do to bring in money, or however money comes to you, you're definitely getting some support in that in some way. Next, we have the Seven of Wands. Now, this is interesting because you've been getting a lot of sevens here. Maybe that's your lucky number for the month, Libra, because you've got a 7 here, 7, 7. Anyway, we've got the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands talks about sometimes being a little bit on the defense here, because something might show up that kind of surprises you, and so you're kind of caught off guard, and so now you didn't have time to prepare, and you've got to make a decision. Again, that could be related to this here. I'm feeling like it is. But it doesn't necessarily have to be. But I do feel like you're going to have to make a quick decision as it relates to your work and as it relates to your money. But again, you've got good news coming, and you do have an offer showing up. Okay, so I want you to trust that you just need to stand firm to whatever it is you believe in, and it's going to work out for you financially. Because I think that's the thing that is scaring a lot of people and throwing a lot of people off, because, they feel like they have to comply with something because they need to pay the bills. Well, that never works out. Okay, so if you feel very strongly about something, hold your ground, because something else will open up for you. I can promise you that. Okay, now it may not happen the same day, but I think as long as you're putting yourself out there and you're communicating how you feel and you are standing up for what you believe in, there's no way something won't happen for you that will, benefit you and bless you and your family and the people you love. Okay? All right, Libra. Let's see what else shows up for you. As it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance. For the month of November 2021. What do we need to know for the sign of Libra? All right, Libra. So as we move into the second half of November, you've got a lot of things going on here, but I see some good things happening, and they're happening very, very quickly. We have the Six of Wands here. The Six of Wands in the reverse is talking about maybe some unwanted attention. And again, it could be because you're making decisions here. You're standing up for yourself. I think that's very, very good. However, some people can be uncomfortable with that, and that's understandable too. Just know that sometimes when you stand up for your beliefs, not everybody is going to be on board with that. I think we kind of, we know that. And sometimes it can just kind of make it to where people are, I want to say, just not nice, okay? But this is giving you a heads up here, right? Because the Five of Cups is the no regrets card. You stand firm. You do what you need to do in order to, live your life in the way you choose, make money in the way you choose without sacrificing your well-being just to survive, because that's not what we're about. And so you have no regrets. That's what this card is telling me. You have no regrets about standing up for yourself. You can be as rich as you want to be, and you don't have to compromise your beliefs. You don't have to compromise who you are in order to do it. Next, we have the Lover's card, which is a divine union. This is coming together. Again, like I said, you've got good news and offers coming up here. You've got a dream, something happening coming together, a dream relationship, a dream job, something that just feels right and passionate as it comes together for you. Then we have the Knight of Swords. That's the card of speed. That's the card of things happening very, very quickly. I think things will start to shift for you very, very quickly once we hit the second half of the month, Libra. Next, we have the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles is talking about a slowdown in work. Now, I don't when I say a slowdown in work, I have a feeling this is going to be a slowdown in the physical aspects of what you're doing. Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to, be a slowdown in your income. But I do feel like, for some of you, work probably will slow down a little bit in the second half of November. And again, because for those of us in the United States, that totally makes sense because that's when it's a holiday time for us, okay? So, some industries slow down at that time, but other industries like retail really ramp up. Finally, we have the Judgment card, and the Judgment card talks about really overcoming something and really kind of really stepping into a new identity as far as who you are professionally, okay? Because we're talking about business and we're talking about work and wealth. And we're talking about investments for some of you. And I do feel like a lot of you are going to be stepping into a new role as far as who you are as it relates to how you acquire money. Some of you are going to be stepping into the role of business owners. Some of you are going to be stepping into the role of a new position at your job. Some of you are going to be stepping into the role of entrepreneur, investor, whatever the case may be. And that's really going to define the aspects of your money plans, your financial plans within the next few months. I'm feeling like this is going to really impact who you are and what you're doing over the next 3 months significantly. All right, Libra, let's see. Okay, this is weird. You see those 3 cards? Okay. I'm telling you, this deck always does crazy stuff, but I like it. These 3 cards were turned up, and they're great cards. So I'm definitely not gonna acknowledge it. But let's see what else shows up for my beautiful Libras as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of November 2021. All right, Libra, as we close out the month of November, you definitely are the star of the show. Now, this is interesting because this 6 of Wands talks about unwanted attention, but then we get the star card, which literally means you being the star of the show. This is also the card of good health, okay? So if you're struggling with any type of physical challenges, I do see that by the time we close out November, you will be either healing more, you will have answers, you will be, really overcoming whatever type of physical limitation could have been holding you back. But I also pick up that this is you being the star of the show, literally you becoming a celebrity in some way, shape, or form, either within your company, within your family, within your community. Definitely positive attention coming your way. Next, we have the Chariot, which is another good card. It means that things are taking off full speed ahead. No hiccups, no delays. Things are just moving forward at a perfect pace. The other thing about the Chariot is that sometimes it means you have multiple things happening at once, and all of them are going really, really well. This is great for those of you who have multiple streams of income, those of you who have multiple investments. It just looks like things are going to be going really, really well for all of it. Next, we have the Ace of Pentacles. Now, I don't like seeing this in the reverse because it tells me that there is going to be some type of unexpected bump in the road as it relates to something financially or money related. Now, it doesn't mean it's necessarily negative, but maybe, you have to buy something that you weren't anticipating having to buy it, in order to, launch your business or something like that. I'm feeling like it's going to be an unexpected expense, but it's not going to be something so huge that you can't cover it. But I am feeling like there's going to be something that maybe just got overlooked in the course of things. And so you're like, oh, nobody paid attention to that. So now we have to, invest and we have to buy something, That's what I'm feeling like this is here. Next, we have the Moon card. That means that there's still something you don't know, but be okay because you're going to be okay because you're going to be taking action. But the Moon card says something is still hidden. Something has not been quite revealed yet, but you can use that to your advantage by taking action and doing what you can with what you know. Now, this definitely can pay off for you financially, even if you don't necessarily know all the aspects of everything. But at the same time, you need to use caution and understand that what you don't know, you don't know what you don't know. So take action as best you can. And if you feel like there's something or you don't have enough information, then use that to kind of make the decision, well, you know, I'm going to hold off on this, or I'm going to wait until more information becomes available. But this card here tells us that there's definitely something else that hasn't quite yet been revealed. And I'm feeling like that's more of a heads up, because I feel like this probably will show up and you'll get more answers as we move into the next month of December. But this is the end of November, so, you know, you can't really do much with it now other than wait and see. So Libra, your month is powerful, but it's good. There's a lot of wins here from what I can see, and it's just a matter of you, you know, kind of staying strong and staying faithful to your plan and to your commitment to grow your money. All right, so we're closing out with a Secret Language of Color Oracle card. I don't know, I felt like I needed 2 cards for you, Libra. We got the card Coral, which is card number 18. Allow flow and synchronicity into your life, yes. Then we got the card Blue, which is card number 37. Activate your healing power, which I feel like I was tapping into with this card here. So Libra, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it was helpful. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, observations, please leave them down below. I want to thank you so much for spending this time with me. We'll do it all again next month.